See this green stuff nestled next to your sushi? You call it wasabi, but chances are you've been living a lie. A delicious, spicy, sinus-clearing lie. The reality is, you've probably never tasted the real thing. That sharp, burning kick you associate with Japanese cuisine is, for most of us, a complete culinary fiction. It's estimated that a shocking 95% of the wasabi served in Japan and an even more staggering 99% in North America is nothing more than a clever imitation. For decades, a great green imposter has dominated our plates. Tonight, we're pulling back the curtain to uncover the incredible secrets of one of the world's most misunderstood and challenging plants. We'll journey from its native home in the cool, misty mountain streams of Japan to understand the delicate, complex, and fleeting flavor that most of the world is completely missing out on. So, that bright, green, perfectly smooth dollop sitting next to your spicy tuna roll, it's almost certainly a fraud. For decades, the global demand for wasabi has far outstripped its supply, leading the food industry to embrace a substitute. What have you actually been eating? A mix of European horseradish, mustard powder, cornstarch for texture, and a healthy dose of green food coloring to complete the illusion. This imitation is sometimes called Western wasabi or Seiyo wasabi in Japan. The reason this substitution works comes down to chemistry. Both horseradish and wasabi belong to the same plant family, Brassicaceae, which also includes mustard and cabbage. They derive their signature pungent heat from a volatile chemical compound called allyl isothiocyanate. However, while they share a chemical backbone, the experience is worlds apart. Authentic wasabi, known in Japan as Han wasabi, comes from a semi-aquatic plant called Wasabi japonica. This plant is native to Japan, where it grows wild along the rocky beds of cool, clean, and constantly flowing mountain streams. The part of the plant we eat is not a root, as many believe, but a rhizome, a thick, bumpy stem that grows above the ground. This rhizome takes roughly 2 years of patient cultivation to mature. If the real thing is so much better, why did the world settle for a fake? The answer is simple. Growing real wasabi is exceptionally difficult. In fact, it's considered one of the most challenging plants to cultivate commercially in the world. Wasabi japonica is a true diva of the plant world, demanding a perfect, unchanging environment. It requires a constant, gentle flow of cool, mineral-rich water over its roots to prevent rot, yet it cannot be fully submerged. It despises direct sunlight, thriving only in the deep shade of a forest canopy or under specially designed shade cloths that mimic it. Furthermore, the plant is incredibly sensitive to temperature, flourishing only within a narrow window of 8 to 20 degrees Celsius, about 46 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit. If it gets too hot, the plant wilts, too cold, and its growth is stunted. To top it all off, the rhizome takes about 2 years to reach a harvestable size, requiring immense patience and manual labor throughout its life cycle. These exacting conditions, combined with the risk of crop failure and the hands-on cultivation process, make real wasabi incredibly rare and, therefore, very expensive. Prices for the fresh rhizome can easily range from $160 to over $300 per kilogram, making it a true luxury item. The experience of eating real wasabi is as different from the toothpaste as night and day. It is never pre-made. Instead, it's grated fresh, just moments before being served. The traditional tool for this task is oroshigane, a special grater. Historically, these were made from shark skin, whose naturally fine, sandpaper-like texture is perfect for breaking down the plant cells to create an exceptionally fine and creamy paste. This fine texture is crucial for initiating the enzymatic reaction that creates its unique flavor. Once grated, the paste is gathered into a small mound and allowed to rest for a few minutes, a process that lets the chemical reaction peak and the flavors fully develop. But this magic is incredibly fleeting. The flavor and aroma of real wasabi are at their absolute best about 5 minutes after grating and begin to noticeably fade after just 15 to 20 minutes. The volatile compounds that create the heat and aroma simply dissipate into the air. This is why, in high-end sushi restaurants, a chef will grate a small amount of the precious rhizome fresh for each order, water, sometimes even placing it directly between the fish and the rice to protect its delicate flavor. Wasabi's esteemed place in Japanese cuisine isn't just about its unique taste. Its origins are deeply rooted in health and food safety. For centuries, it has been the classic partner for raw fish, and there's a very good scientific reason for this tradition. Real wasabi possesses powerful antimicrobial and antibacterial properties. Studies have shown that its compounds are effective at fighting harmful bacteria like E. coli and Staphylococcus aureus. This made wasabi a natural and delicious food safety measure in the era before refrigeration. As a member of the cruciferous vegetable family, wasabi is also being studied for potential anti-cancer properties. On a more basic level, it's a good source of fiber, potassium, calcium, and vitamin C. Perhaps most remarkably, wasabi is now being recognized for its effects on brain health. A recent Japanese study conducted in late 2023 shed light on this incredible benefit. The double-blind, randomized controlled trial involved healthy adults between the ages of 60 and 80. It found that participants who took a supplement containing the wasabi compound 6-MSITC for 12 weeks showed a significant boost to both short-term working memory and long-term episodic memory. If the truth about wasabi just blew your mind, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the food you thought you knew. Have you ever been lucky enough to try real, freshly grated wasabi? Or are you now on a mission to find it? Let us know in the comments. So, the next time you sit down for a sushi dinner, take a moment to look closer at that green paste on your plate. If it's a smooth, uniform, almost neon green paste, you're almost certainly looking at the common horseradish stand-in. But if you see a paler, more natural green with a slightly grainy, fresh-looking texture, you might just be in for the real deal. The fake wasabi lie has been around for so long that many of us have grown accustomed to and even prefer its simple, aggressive burn. But the authentic article, with its complex aroma, its elegant and fleeting heat, and its sweet, clean finish, is a completely different culinary journey.